What I want to be when I grow up is a professional soccer player. I play midfield because I like to play striker and defense. So that's what midfield does. Almost every game I scored 3 goals. I like soccer a lot. So that's what I want to be. I'm AJ and I'm 11 years old.
My name is Jana, and my husband and I decided to become foster parents because we have a wonderful circle of friends and a wonderful family network, and we wanted to share that with others who might not have had that. AJ moved into our home in Austin almost 2 years ago, and my husband and I have been his guardian ever since.
He came to live with us the day before Halloween of 2020, and it was a rapid fire learning process for us.
For children entering the foster care system, the way the system works is typically they are removed from their home. They're trying to navigate a new environment. They're trying to make new friends. But what people don't think about is that these children are now leaving everything they've ever known. So that's the type of food that they eat, the type of music that they listen to in their home. Everything is new and confusing and different.
AJ specifically, he wouldn't smile a lot. And when you take pictures, he was standing off a little bit from the pack of the group.
He did not want to get into a car with people he did not know. That would never happen. And it was difficult for him to get into a car with someone who he did know outside of our family group.
You know, you talk about being scared in a new place. There were terrors, that he would have.
At night, his little brain would go through different lists and he would worry about everything.
We noticed early on there were a lot of questions about food. Do we have enough food? Should we go to the store? I think that this was just baggage, if you will, that was coming with them into their new home. And it turns out that they didn't have, a lot of food. And our goal with AJ was to have him feel safe. When AJ and his brother came to live with us, they needed a haircut. So AJ and I went to a local barbershop in town. They put the apron on him. And within a few minutes, he was definitely in fight or flight mode. He was terrified. And it took another 2 hours for him to even say a word.
Within the first few weeks of AJ moving in, we did reach out to Big Brothers and Big Sisters. We really did want to provide support for AJ and our family, and we knew that we could not do this alone.
Got on a waiting list, and AJ's number came up.
And then we were just so excited when that happened.
My name is Justin, and I am a financial consultant at a software company here in Austin, Texas. One of my goals last year was just to get involved with a local organization that I felt like I could give back to and I was passionate about. And my girlfriend was actually a big for a young girl up in Dallas. I thought it was a worthwhile thing to get involved in here.
I think AJ then was always a little reluctant to try new things. It's just like, no, I don't want to do that. And it was no from a, I'm not sure.
I knew that he had recently moved into foster care and figured that was probably pretty tough on him, being away from his family and being in a new home and a new environment.
So this was during the pandemic when the match occurred.
And this was a Zoom call, so you had a 6-month time before they could get in front of each other.
So we did kind of a meet and greet. You could tell that Big Brothers and Big Sisters has done this a million times.
But Justin, I think, had a script. The guy was amazing.
I was like, all right, if it's starting to get, if the conversation's going cold, if it's going dry, here's my next go-to thing.
Like, what do you like to do for fun? What's your favorite food? Where do you like to go? Like that kind of stuff.
A lot of his responses to me were one word.
I was kind of nervous. Nervous and shy. Like when he said, what was your favorite color? All I said was red.
AJ, what's your favorite sport? Soccer. Well, why do you like soccer? Because I like to run. And then he would just stop. And I'm like, all right, so who's your favorite soccer player? Messi. Why? Because he's good. And so it was a little tough at first, just trying to get him out of his shell.
For your new soccer team, what color are your jerseys?
Our jerseys they're black and they have red stripes on the side.
But pretty quickly, it was very evident to me that we had a lot in common.
And we have another one that's white.
AJ was just like, this guy's really cool. And so they really clicked right from the get-go.
Let's go. You ready to go play soccer, kiddo?
Yeah, let's go.
AJ was very excited and couldn't wait till they were able to meet in person.
We have similar interests in superheroes and Marvel movies, and we like playing sports. Our favorite foods are cookies and pizza. So, what are you doing this weekend?
My friend Miles, he's having a birthday party.
It was easy to kind of formulate some things that we could do together once I figured out some of the things that he was interested in. AJ is such a soccer stud.
Now you're just showing off.
He loves soccer. He'll play soccer in the backyard by himself a ton.
All right, you ready? We're going for 9.
Showing me some of his skills and, running circles around me out in the park.
Yeah, what do you like about Austin FC?
Last year they were not that good, but this year they improved.
Yeah, they're really good. What place is it?
He wanted to work on his reading, and he and Justin actually read a book together by Zoom.
We did a little book club for a bit. So I would read a little bit and let him listen, and then give him the opportunity. And the first time we did, you could just tell he was nervous. But the second time, he was just like, hey, can I read?
They've done some really fun things.
We went to an Austin FC game.
They've gone rock climbing.
Made pizza from scratch.
I'll tell you what, he was so proud of that.
All right, I'll do it first and then you go after, okay?
Okay. Then he taught me how to cook basic things like eggs and bacon. We had breakfast for dinner. That's what we cooked.
And he thought that was cool to be eating breakfast at 7:30 p.m.
What do you think?
It was always really more of an uplifting kind of experience.
I should make some more eggs.
And that kind of relationship wasn't prevalent for AJ at the time.
I started noticing him coming out of his shell a little bit more. He would come in the car and start offering up information, maybe something that we had talked about before. He was preemptively telling me about school.
Justin was creating a framework for AJ to how to have conversations and how to carry himself.
And then, the next time he was asking things about me, and then next thing you know, we've got a handful of inside jokes that we're laughing about on our way to go get pizza.
My favorite thing to do with Justin is eat pizza with him.
Do y'all do that a lot?
Yeah, almost after every activity,
And what's up with that? Why do y'all eat so much pizza?
because it's so good.
AJ is a different child than he was a year and a half ago. He has just come into his own. He's found his own passions. He's chosen his own friends. He's chosen his own activities, makes friends so easily. His teachers adore him. He helps out. He's a leader at school.
I signed up for Safety Patrol. Safety Patrol is when you open car doors for people at the school and you say like, good morning.
I think foster kids don't have a lot of positive forces in their lives. These kids are in the foster system not because life has been rosy. Big brothers, big sisters are people who are good, decent humans that want to provide a foundation to kids like AJ, to give them a positive influence and a hand to reach out that says, you don't have to be defined by your past. Let me share my experiences with you. Let me show you some things about how life can be. And I think it's all about hope.
Oh, I think the sky's the limit for AJ. I think academically, he's already more than doubled, tripled his ability. He's a great athlete. He's a really social kid. He's gonna get into middle school and high school and be, a great friend to a lot of people. He's going to be someone that his teachers are gonna be really proud of. I think he's gonna be an excellent teammate. And I think we've only just started to scratch the surface on his journey.